doing terrific. Haven't you heard? If you want to have a good time in Henderson Hospital, call Liza Santel.
You're amazing. All that you've been through and you still got your sense of humor.
Oh, no, they can't take that away from me.
Are you sure you don't want me to call the nurse?
I don't want any more sedation. Besides, nothing can make me feel better than you.
You like me?
Mm-hmm. I love you. Forever and always. Oh.
I wish I could stop the pain.
Rusty, I'm scared. I don't want them to operate.
If that happens, it's exploratory surgery and there's nothing to be worried about.
There might be complications.
It can't be near as complicated as your run-in with McKay, and if you can handle that, you can handle anything. The doctor.
Mom, can I borrow some of your nail polish?
Sure, honey.
Let me see what colors you have.
Okay, they're in there.
Okay. Should I use this peach blush or this tawny mauve?
Well, I think the mauve is very nice.
Yeah, I think you're right. What's the matter?
Oh, honey, nothing. I was just thinking how you've grown up.
What do you mean?
Well, I blinked my eyes and you're no longer a little girl anymore.
Mom.
Oh, I'll get that.
Okay.
Don't spill that on your dress, honey.
I won't.
Oh, Lee!
Hello, Stephanie.
Oh, nice to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you, too.
To what do we owe this occasion?
Well, hello, Wendy.
Hi.
I think I have some good news for you. The cops think they've got the two guys that tried to beat you up.
Oh, Lee, how wonderful. What do we do now?
Well, all I have to do now is go down to the police station so that Wendy can make a positive identification.
When do I have to go down there?
Well, we should do it today, this afternoon. Matter of fact, if I can use your telephone, I'll call the detective and get things set up right now.
All right, it's in the den. Honey?
Mom, I don't want to go. Not yet. Not now. I can't.
Darling, I understand that. Honey, you can't just forget about the past by closing your eyes.
Yes, I can.
Darling, you know you can't.
Mom, I don't want to look at those two men again. Please, please don't make me.
Honey, I don't want to make you do anything. But, darling, I know that it's terribly difficult for you. But you do have a responsibility here. Honey, have you thought about this? If you don't, go down to the police station and try to identify them. And maybe get them put into jail. They might get out, and they might do that to some other young lady. Honey, you wouldn't want that to happen, would you? Darling, I know it is. It's not going to be easy for me to look at them either.
I don't know if I'm strong enough.
Oh, honey. Strength is something that isn't easy to learn. And unfortunately, this is one of those situations that you have to learn it in.
You two want to be alone?
Not necessary.
Say, why don't you tell me just what the problem is here, huh?
Oh, I'm just trying to be an ostrich and Mom won't let me.
Well, I'm glad she won't. Listen, Wendy, your mother's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Everything is going to be just fine. Gosh, what more could you want?
World peace.
Well, let's take one thing at a time, all right? Listen, I can understand perfectly why you're scared to go through with this.
It just makes me think about what happened all over again.
Okay, listen, we're all human. So we have, we can make choices. Why don't you choose to think about the things that we were talking about that night, huh? I mean, someday, soon, they're going to be here. All those good things we talked about. Believe me, it's best we get this over with right now, okay?
You're right. You're both right. It's like Mom said, you know, experience is knowing when to step in and take action. I guess I just don't have that experience yet.
I am so proud of you, honey. Isn't she something, Lee?
She sure is.
Stop it. You're embarrassing me.
Tell you what, why don't we head down to the police station and tell those bad guys they got until noon to get out of town, huh?
Oh, Lee, you make me feel so much better.
I'm glad.
I'll go get my things.
Good.
Okay.
I hope you have your white horse outside.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
You're getting to be a kind of a hero around here.
Look, I'm telling you, chances like this don't pop up every day. It's the opportunity of a lifetime. Now think about it.
I'd rather think about St. Louis.
You don't have to go to St. Louis and act in some renovated barn when you can stay right here and turn Stephanie Wyatt onto the fact that you've come to collect on some of the mothering you missed out on.
I had a mother, and she was the best that anyone could ever hope to have. She died, and now as far as I'm concerned, my mother is dead. It doesn't matter to me if she wasn't the woman who brought me into the world. She's the woman who brought me through the world. And that's a lot more important than anything else.
All right, listen, I'm not trying to shove anything down your throat. It's just that you went through all this trouble to find her in the first place. I just get the feeling you've got something inside of you you're not telling.
I was curious. I knew that she lived here, and I wanted to see what she was like. That's all. Look, I could have said something to her the other day, but I didn't because there's nothing to say.
Well, if you spent some time with her, there'd be plenty to say. Besides, you owe it to her. Let her know that she's got a son to be proud of. I'm sure she thinks about you all the time, wondering if something decent became of you.
Oh, don't be stupid.
I'm being a hell of a lot more realistic about this whole thing than you are.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one that doesn't. Women are like that. Sure, they give a baby up for adoption for whatever reason, but they never forget they had that baby. They never stop thinking about it. The more years that go by, there's just more time spent wondering. Am I right?
Maybe. Maybe. But I've got to do what's right for me. And now that has nothing to do with contacting Stephanie Wyatt. I got to make something out of myself on my own. I want to become a person whose name means something. Maybe then I'll come back here to Henderson and go up to her door and tell her all about it. When I can be proud of what I've become, but not until then. Can you understand that?
Excuse me.
Yeah, what do you want?
I'm Ann McKay. I'd like to see my husband.
Well, it's not that easy.
Well, I was told that he's allowed to see visitors.
That's right.
Well, then what's the problem?
You see, he left special instructions as to who he wanted to see. And, you're not on the list.
There must be some mistake.
There's no mistake.
Well, I have to see him. He needs me.
Look, lady, he doesn't want to see you. He said specifically, if my wife comes, tell her I don't want to see her. Oh, hell, lady. I don't think you'd want to see him now. Not in the state he's in, anyway. Why don't you come back later or something? Hey,
Yeah.
I got a message for you. It's from your wife.
What is it? She here? Did she come here to see me?
No, she's not here. When they called to tell her she could come down, she said to tell you she doesn't want to see you.
She doesn't want to see me. You're a liar!
Frankly, I don't blame her. Do you?
She doesn't want to see me.
My dear Annie, my beloved wife and son, you two are all in life that matters to me. After the way I have hurt you, I haven't the courage to live. Above all, I want you to know that what happened was not a part of a plan. Things started and I couldn't stop them, no matter how hard I tried. You have to believe me. From the start, I only had it in my mind to help Timmy. And now all I have managed to do is hurt him, as I have hurt you. I have hurt everybody, it seems, but I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to kill Bo Mitchell. After his sister came into the room, I got confused and frightened. There was a struggle. The gun went off. I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want to hurt his sister. But you know what I always say about trouble, Annie? When it comes, it never comes alone. It always brings a friend. Above all, I must warn you, do not trust Matthews. He is behind all this and can do nothing but cause more pain and anguish. I wish I could make this all into some bad dream, but I will never rest knowing the grief that I have caused you. Maybe with time, you will find it in your heart to forgive me. Your loving husband. Don.
Can you tell me where the pain is located exactly?
I can't really be specific.
How long has it been getting worse?
About the last couple of hours. It's starting to go away now.
Pain comes and goes, does it? Like spasm?
Yes.
How about here?
Yes.
Here?
Now that hurts. That really hurts.
Just as I thought, we're going to have to do some exploratory surgery. Nurse, get her prepped for the OR as soon as possible.
Yes, doctor.
Now, come on, Bob. This is going a little far, isn't it? I mean, the fracture's enough to cause the pain, isn't it?
Yes, of course it is. But your symptoms indicate that there's something else in there that we've got to know about.
Stay with me.
Of course I will.
Don't be afraid, Liza. We're just going in for a little look. It'll be over before you know it.
I love you.
I love you, darling.
Okay, boys. Stop by X-ray and then take her straight to surgery.
Okay, Bob, level with me. What's going on?
Well, Liza is definitely hemorrhaging. But at this point, there's no way we can tell how serious it is.
How serious could it be?
Well, with internal bleeding, there's always the threat of peritonitis.
Peritonitis?
Yeah. You see, the abdominal cavity isn't used to having extra blood in it. And when it has, it reacts just the same as it would react to any foreign body.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that Liza's in a great deal of pain. More pain than you can imagine. She's a very brave girl to be taking it like this.
Yes, she is.
On the brighter side, we know there are complications, but there's certainly no reason to believe that she's in great danger.
Thank God for that, Bob.
Travis, it's not going to do any good to worry. We'll just have to wait and see.
Can I see her just a minute? Just a minute. Liza?
Where are you, darling?
I'm right here.
You look funny.
I do.
Do you remember those Those funny mirrors at the beach that we looked into and we looked funny?
Yes, I remember.
Oh, Rusty.
What? What do you want?
I want your hand. Oh, that's nice. You know something? I feel nice all over.
Well, I'm glad you did.
You don't look glad. You look worried.
But I'm not.
Well, then your forehead looks worried. Sweetheart, promise me you won't worry about me.
You're beautiful.
Oh, you didn't promise.
And I love you.
Oh, Rusty.
Mr. Centel, gotta take her up now.
I have to go now.
I know. Everything's gonna be just fine.
Mm-hmm. And then you'll take me home. Because you're my dearest love.
Oh, wait till Matthew sees this.
Hey! We got a suicide in here.
Oh, my God.
Who is it?
McKay. Come on, let's get something to cut him down with.